What's going on, players? Welcome back to the channel. It is Thursday night. We are going to be covering Thursday night football. I know I haven't posted on here in about a week or so, but trust me, we've still been busy crushing it on the Winnable. Guys, if you are not subscribed to our Winnable, at least the free plan, head over to winnable.com/playersedge. And get signed up. I will pull it up here on the screen for you guys. So all you have to do is just hit subscribe on the free plan here, or head over to the monthly, and everybody can get their first month free. All you have to do is use promo code PLAYER when you sign up. That will link you into the Discord, as well as get you access to all of my VIP plays, either texted or sent straight into the Discord. You guys don't want to miss out on that. MLB playoffs are in full swing. NHL just dropped the puck on a new season. NFL is rolling strong, and the NBA is right around the corner. So let's capitalize on this sports overload. Guys, if you are new here, like the video, comment your favorite plays, subscribe so you never miss any free plays. We are going to give a quick little recap or a breakdown on the game before we jump into the slips, and then I will get into each play on the slip and why I think they are a lock. So let's get right into it, boys. Eagles versus Giants, week 6. We have got a NFC East showdown tonight between the Philadelphia Eagles, who are 4-1, and the New York Giants, who are 1-4. The defending Super Bowl champions, Eagles, are coming off their first loss of a season, a 21-17 upset by Denver. So they'll be hungry to bounce back. Meanwhile, the Giants are reeling after a tough loss in New Orleans. They sit at 1-4. These teams are trending in opposite directions. Philly has taken 7 of the last 8 meetings with New York. And the G-Men haven't won on a Thursday night in ages. 10 straight Thursday losses. The Giants' offense has struggled, averaging only 17 points a game. And they're dead last in the NFL in red zone touchdown rate. That is a 31.6 conversion rate. They've turned to rookie quarterback Jackson Dart to spark something. He did lead them to a Week 4 win. But overall, this team has had trouble finishing drives. Injuries haven't helped. Darius Slayton and Malik Neighbors are out, leaving rookie Dart short on weapons. On the other side, the Eagles have been a bit up and down offensively by their high standards. Some drives stall out, and the deep ball timing with A.J. Brown has been off. But still, this Philly roster is stacked. Jalen Hurts, the reigning Super Bowl MVP. And this offense is potent when it's clicking. Hurts and notably Philadelphia added a familiar face, as we all know, to the backfield, Saquon Barkley, who is now wearing the midnight green against his old team, adds a juicy storyline. Barkley torched the Giants for 176 rushing yards and a TD last season, and now he'll look to do it again. The Giants' defense, by the way, has been soft against the run, allowing 5.3 yards per carry to opponents. So Philly might lean on Saquon to control this game. The Eagles come in as a touchdown plus favorite, and for a good reason. They are the better team on paper and have dominated this matchup historically. Anything can happen in a rivalry game on prime time. So let's get into the picks, guys. For tonight's free play, I have built a 6-man entry on underdog, focusing on the Eagles-Giants game. Obviously, we're going big with a 6-piece parlay backed by stats and research visuals from Outlier. This is an awesome analytic tool we use for these picks. You can give it a try for free with a link down in our bio. I think they give you a 7-day free trial if you guys want to use it to research our picks or build some slips of your own. It's a super fantastic tool. But first up on the slip here, as you can see, I have it pulled up. We have Jalen Hurts higher than 0.5 rushing or receiving touchdown as a receiver or a rushing touchdown, but basically a rushing touchdown. Hurts is a beast in short yardage. We all know the tush-push QB sneak is virtually automatic for him and the Eagles. He has 4 touchdowns through 5 games this season. He has hit this prop in 6 of his last 10 games overall. In last year's meetings against the Giants, Hurts found the end zone every time. They just have a hard time stopping him in the red zone. And with Philly's offense getting into scoring position, they rank first in red zone efficiency. So I'm pretty confident Hurts can punch this one in, whether it's a goal line sneak, scramble, 1 touchdown, very doable. The Giants' defense has been shaky near the goal line. So look for Jalen to call his own number and get us that score. Second up on the slip, we're going to take Cam Scatabo higher than 39.5 rushing yards. Rookie running back Cam Scatabo has quietly become a key piece of the Giants' ground game. He's topped 39.5 rushing yards in 4 straight games, posting games of 45, 60, 79, and 59 after a slow week 1. In fact, he rumbled for 79 yards against the Chargers in week 4 and then followed it with 59 last week. So he has been consistently clearing this line. He runs hard. The kid breaks tackles and fights for the extra yards. Given New York's passing attack is limited, I think the Giants will establish the run to take pressure off Jackson Dart. Even with Saquon gone, they've been using a committee, and Scatabo is getting his share of carries. The matchup is favorable. The Eagles' defense, while stout overall, has been a bit soft against the run, giving up 126.8 rushing yards per game, which is 22nd on average. That's to all running backs, of course, but there's room for a secondary back to eat. I expect Scatabo to see enough touches to get 40-plus yards. He's shown he only needs a few good creases to hit this number as long as the game script doesn't completely force the Giants to abandon the run. This looks solid overall. Next up on the slip, we're going to take Theo Johnson over 2.5 receptions. We have another Giants rookie stepping up. Theo Johnson, the Giants' young tight end, has become a reliable target in the absence of some key receivers. He's had 3 or more catches in 8 of his last 10 games, and in each of the last 3 weeks, he has gone over this number. He snagged 6 balls last week against the Saints at 2.5. I think this line is low. His role is growing with Slayton and Neighbors out. The Giants have to funnel more passes to other guys. And Theo is a big body with good hands, exactly the kind of safety blanket rookie quarterback Jackson Dart will look on quick throws and checkdowns. We also might see more 2 tight end sets, and if the Giants fall behind, which I think is probably likely, they'll be in pass mode. The Eagles defense plays a lot of man coverage, and their focus will be on the outside. So underneath routes, like the tight end can be open. I like Theo to get 3 grabs here, whether it's design plays or just Dart finding himself as a hot read. The data backs it up. He's been clearing this in most games, and the trend should continue tonight with New York's thin receiving corps. For the 4th pick on the slip, we are going to Devonta Smith over 39.5 receiving yards. This one feels like a gift at 39.5. Devonta Smith is Philly's leading receiver this year in both catches and yards. He's a big play threat on every drive. He's gone over 39 in 7 of his last 10, and he's coming off a monster 114-yard performance last week against Denver. I think that kind of reminded everyone how explosive he is. Early in the season, he had a couple quiet games, but that seems to be behind him. With the Giants playing the highest rate of man coverage in the NFL, Smith, I think, is going to be able to feast tonight. He's excellent at beating man-to-man, and Hurts trusts him. In fact, defenses have been keying on A.J. Brown, who has struggled a bit with only 19 catches on 36 targets, which has left Devonta as the go-to guy for chunk plays. We only need 40 yards here, and he could get that in 1 or 2 catches given his talent and usage. So I'm going to hammer the over on this one. It wouldn't surprise me if he doubles this line, but at the very least, a 4-catch, 50-plus yard type of night is well within this man's reach. So then we are going to take Jackson Dart over 29.5 rushing yards. Let's roll with the rookie quarterback's legs. Jackson Dart might be green, but one thing he's shown already is a willingness to take off and run. He's definitely a dual threat guy. In his 2 NFL starts so far, Dart has racked up 109 rushing yards on 17 carries. That's an average of about 54.5 yards per game. As a starter, way above the 29.5 line. In week 4 versus the Chargers, which was his first start, he ran for 54 yards, and in week 5 in New Orleans, he ran for 55. He's hit 30 plus rushing in both start games. The Giants coaching staff is also dialing up some design QB runs and read options for him. They know his mobility is a strength. Importantly, Dart is healthy enough to run despite a minor hamstring issue. He told reporters there was never a doubt he'd play tonight. In a high pressure game against a fierce Eagles pass rush, I expect Dart to contain a few times and scramble for some decent games. The Eagles have faced running QBs before, but Dart's speed can still give them some trouble. All it takes is a couple of scrambles or a big 20-yard dash and a few smaller runs to hit 30. Given his usage, about 8 or 9 carries per game for when starting, I love the over here. Then we're going to stay on the ground for the last one. Saquon Barkley, higher than 74.5 rushing yards. It's a revenge game again for Barkley against his former team. Sets up nicely for him to have a big night. Now, yes, he has had a slow start in Philly. He's averaging about 72 fewer rush yards per game this year than he did last season. But context, I think, is key. The Eagles have been easing him in. He had only 6 carries for 30 yards last week and an oddly low usage that won't likely repeat. Tonight could be the breakout. The Giants' run defense is struggling, allowing 5.3 yards per carry to opposing rushers, which is one of the worst marks in the league. If Philly gets a lead, they will feed Saquon to grind the clock, and even if the game is close, they'll want to establish him early and often. Let's not forget the last time Barkley faced the Giants, as I said before, he absolutely shredded them for 176 yards and a touchdown. You know he'd love to put on a show against his old teammates again. The Eagles' O-line is banged up, but still solid, and Barkley only needs a crease to pop off a big run. I'm expecting a much heavier workload this week. I think 15 to 20 carries at his career yards per carry. That volume gets him in the 80 to 100 yard range. The Eagles coaching staff has openly said they need to get Barkley more involved as the driving force of their offense. So look for him to hit that 75 plus yards. If he breaks one long run, then I think we're golden. These are our 6 plays, guys. Each higher pick has a strong analytical backing and a game flow narrative to match. We've got a balanced mix of Eagles and Giants props on this slip, so the slip isn't overly dependent on one team blowing out the other. Even in a one-sided game, we could still probably cash most of these. So let's cash the whole 6-legger tonight. But I know not everybody likes throwing a 6-leg parlay in, and that is totally fine. I think you could totally break this down into some 2-mans, one from each team, or you could even break this up into a couple of 3-man combos. In fact, sometimes splitting them up can hedge your bets and still get you a nice payout. Or you could put the 6-man in on underdog and still flex it in case you don't really trust one of these plays or you think the game's going to go one way and not the other. Of course, like I said, mix and match them as you want. I think probably my favorite 3 would be Hurts, Smith, and Dart. So always bet within your comfort zone. 6-leggers, high risk, high reward, whereas 2 to 3 leg entries typically hit a little bit more often. To recap, that's to recap our free play of the day, guys, like I said, 6-legger on underdog. Hurts, over 0.5 touchdowns. Scatabo, over 39.5 rushing yards. Theo, over his 2.5 receptions. Devonta Smith, over 39.5 receiving yards. Jackson Dart, over 29.5 rushing yards. And then Saquon Barkley, over 74.5 rush yards. We broke down why each of these look great tonight and even gave some combos if you want to play it a bit safer. It's an awesome slate for a single game parlay with storylines galore, revenge game, rookie QB, rookie running back on Thursday night football, etc. As always, tail or fade at your own discretion, but I'm confident we've got the edge on the books with these picks. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you enjoyed or it helps you out, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel for more free plays and analysis. Let's keep that bankroll growing. Don't forget, if you want even more picks, including my VIP plays, join us on Winnable Code Player for a free month. Also, if you like Outlier, check that out through the link that's in the description or the bio to supercharge your research. It's free to try for 7 days, and it's a game changer for finding edges like we did today. Good luck on your bets. Let's cash this Thursday night football slip. Take it easy, players. And until next time, let's get that money. Peace.